Now, as road crew members come through MoDOT's Columbia facility today, they see this sign: no geomelt, less salt, more sand. But this weekend was a different story. You can see here from the graphs that the majority, purple, favors a 4-day week. Now here with this blown up graph, you can see how 552 parents and guardians feel district-wide. Representative Meredith said 150 people testified in committee against the resolution. He said that one person, a lobbyist, testified in support of the resolution. There's a City of Columbia Public Works truck right there still keeping our roads clear. Emily, I'm at Jesse Hall where students today protested to protect places they feel safe. Road conditions today are quite challenging. But whether it's snow accumulation or freezing rain, I wanted to know what Mid-Missouri road maintenance agencies were doing to prepare for this weekend's winter weather event. Tonight marks the 5th night of Hanukkah and just 22 days away from Christmas. And community members are out and about right now throughout downtown to celebrate the holiday season.
Thank you so much.
On a windy Friday morning, trail lovers gathered at the intersection of two trails to honor the work done by late Mayor Darwin Hindman, who died in 2019.
It meant the world to have you here.
It meant the world to be here.
That's Axie Hindman, who was married to Darwin and was a big part of his involvement with the MKT when he was mayor from 1995 to 2010. New informational panels were unveiled today at Hindman Junction to honor the man who made the connection possible.
These signs tell a tiny fraction of a remarkable story about the man who fathered these trails.
And the junction is just one impact Hindman made on the community.
Without Darwin Hindman, we would not have this trail and we would not have this manifestation of that great public purpose. So, thank you, Darwin Hindman.
Former State Representative Chris Kelly spoke at the unveiling about Hindman's passion for the public good.
Darwin Hindman was a true champion of that great American ideal.
In addition to speakers, attendees included Hindman's family and friends, one of whom just turned 100. Hindman was a strong supporter of the Katy Trail, the longest rail-to-trail conversion in America.
Miss Dari, as you know.
I know. We all do.
Gabrielle Cohn, KOMU 8 News. In a fight which began with voter-approved expansion in August 2020,
the people voted on it.
And ended with a Cole County Circuit Court ruling a year later enforcing expansion.
They want it.
Approximately 270,000 Missourians became eligible under Medicaid expansion.
They should get it.
But according to the Department of Social Services caseload counter, as of November 12th, that number is a little over 16,000 people.
When we have over 200,000 people that became eligible for it, and if not even a tenth of the people have enrolled, then the word needs to get out. We're not getting it out to the people.
Erica Buford of Powerhouse Community in Columbia said community outreach is how to get those numbers up. In her experience, she has seen personal interaction get that message out.
When I've explained it to people, it's like you can see the light bulb going off that, oh, I didn't understand it that way.
Supporting this, the League of Women Voters has created a statewide pamphlet to provide information regarding eligibility and enrollment.
We don't feel that the state is spending the necessary resources to get that message out.
Under the expansion, adults ages 19 to 64 became eligible if they make less than the annual income limit for their household size. The income limit breakdown is on our website at KOMU.com. Individuals must not get disability benefits or be eligible for Mo Health Net for families, pregnant women, the aged, blind, and disabled, and individuals must have health care coverage or have applied for coverage for any children in the home.
So now we're involved in trying to get the message out to people that the rules have changed and people who weren't eligible in the past could be eligible now. And so we want everyone who's eligible for Medicaid and needs it to get it.
Under expansion, Buford has seen young adult men impacted the most.
Oh, I don't have to wait until I get a broken something. I can actually go to the hospital. I don't have to wait and go to the emergency room. I can actually find a doctor and, have those regular checkups,
And accessible health care was the goal of Medicaid expansion in the first place. Gabrielle Cohn, KOMU 8 News.
When I knew that they weren't going to be able to do it this year, I said, this has to happen.
An event which began on Almeda Creighton's front porch.
This is such a stellar part of this community.
The torch was passed when Creighton died in 2013.
You're talking almost a quarter of a century this has happened in this city, and so many people count on it.
Soon after, community advocate Cantrell Minton took over until he died last year.
A lot of us were still grieving, but we wanted to make sure that the community was fed.
Powerhouse Community Development Corporation has been working since the beginning of November to honor Creighton and Minton and keep the tradition alive.
And I appreciate that Powerhouse has taken the helm, because I know that Columbia, there would be a void if we didn't do it this year, because there's a lot of people that are still hurting.
They're both honored and humbled to be able to continue this legacy.
So many people have called in and responded, just glad to see that this tradition is going to continue. So I think it comes with great responsibility.
The group has been collecting donated food since November 1st. They will be distributing it to an expected 500 to 700 people tomorrow morning. Gabrielle Cohn, KOMU 8 News.